Hey, what's up, guys? There's a video going around social media. So that video, as you saw, was posted by AIM Performance. That's the leading Porsche shop here in Jersey. Good stuff. They do a really good job. All right. So if you got a Porsche and you want to make it fast, that's where you go. But the reason I'm making this video is because they posted an incomplete video and they're not showing you the facts. So I want to make this video and I want to show you the facts about that race. That race was about 5 years ago. 5 years ago this summer is going to be that race. So you know, back then I had the GTR, the white GTR with USM turbos. It was making, I'll show you the dyno. It was making 932 wheel horsepower at 29 psi. Okay, 29 pounds of boost. So I'm also going to show you guys that I was not making 29 psi that night. So I really wasn't making all 900 horsepower. I mean, we can do a little bit of math, you know, and we can figure it out how much we were making that night. But of course that also goes for the Porsche, for the 997. Now, the problem is that everybody keeps saying that the 99, well, not everybody. That night, you know, that car belongs to Marky Mark, infamous Marky Mark. As you can see, the guy can freaking drive, man. All right, the guy is a freaking DCT. It's a freaking human DCT. I mean, he was throwing shift like a freaking champ there. It's fucking insane. You know, I'm a big fan. I tell you, I've never seen anybody shift like that. I can't do it. I would never be able to do it. All right, I'm too spoiled with the DCT. I'm having too much fun not shifting gears. So the guys from AIM keep saying that even 5 years have gone by, and the guys from AIM keep saying that that 997 had 800 horsepower, which does not make any sense. Back then, Mark said that the car had Alpha 9 turbos, which gives it 800 horsepower. I later found out that, you know, the car had Alpha 10 turbos. It's weird, right? If the car had 800 horsepower and I was making 900 horsepower, how come he beat me on a manual transmission? Doesn't make any sense, does it? No problem. One thing that our boys from AIM didn't show you on their video on the video they posted on Instagram is that they cut off the screen, so they don't show you what I wrote on the video, on my video on YouTube. And as I'm going to show you right now, the car goes on 2. If you look closely at my hand on the window, I'm counting. I'm going like this. And if you look closely, I'm going to try to zoom in this for you. If you look closely, Mark goes on 2. he's gone. I chase because I really didn't care. I was there to have fun that night. I was racing all night. That night I raced a ZR1 for Greg's ZR1, you know, nitrous. I raced bikes. I raced Mark 3 times, okay? Second time, you know, anyways, we do that first round. He goes. Anyways, we do that first round. He goes, I chase. Listen, you can clearly see that he jumps ahead and he's not moving. I'm right there. You can clearly see the video. He's not going anywhere. Okay? So we go back. You know, it just so happened that Sean Ivy, my tuner, and my builder and tuner, he was there with us hanging out that night. He was coming from ACO that night. He was testing his own car. And I show him the video. And he tells me, you want me to turn the shit up? I can give you another map with a little bit more power. It's a hot night. Listen, I'll show you the boost gauge. The car is not boosting. It's not going to 29 pounds. Okay? Anyways, it don't matter. I tell him, listen, no. The car is running fine. I believe I can either take him or I can make it a good race because he's jumping. Okay, he's jumping the hit. No problem. So, as you can see, we go out a second time and we do a second hit, round 2. Also not shown on Aim's post on Instagram. Again, he jumps the hit, and no problem, I chase. I'm there to have fun. I'm not interested, win or lose, I really didn't care. I just want to have fun, and it was a good race, okay? So what we did was, on the way back on that same road, there's a bridge. So I told him, listen, let's try to get this hit correctly, and let's just hit it at the bridge. So I don't have to we don't have to count, this, that. We can get ready. We look at the bridge. We get ready. I get on my anti-lag. You get on your brake boost or whatever you got. Okay, and we go. So as you can see on my YouTube video, and I'm gonna show you here too. We get to the bridge. Bang, we go. I mean, that's the best hit we could have gotten. He also jumps ahead. Because that car, oh man, those cars are crazy. Those cars, they're light. Come on, listen, man. The car, it's, I believe the 997 turbo weighs like 3,600 pounds. The GTR weighs like 3,800 plus. That's not counting drivers. Marky Mark is not a slim guy. All right. I had another. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mark. All right. I don't mean anything bad. It looked like you weighed like 200 pounds that night. So, anyways, let's say Marky Mark was around 3,800 pounds. I weighed $150. So that makes me like 4,000 pounds. Okay. So he's got 200-pound advantage on me. That car jumps out like crazy. It is like, boom, jumps out. But it's an even hit. It's pretty good. You can clearly see that on that last pass, we are dead even, and then I'm passing him. I mean, we got clear roads ahead. I'm not letting off, okay? So, at this moment, you can see that I pass him. You can see it on the camera facing back. That's actually the only time I was able to use footage from the camera that was facing back. I pass him, and then he starts coming back. This freaking guy passed me. If you look at the video closely, You see this guy passing. I let off at 194 miles an hour. Okay, I let off at 194 miles an hour, and he was coming. He was coming to freaking blow me away. All right. Now, it's funny, and you know this is funny when they keep saying that the car has 800 horsepower. So listen, if I was making, you know, if I was actually making 800 that night, okay, forget it. Let's say I was making all of my 900 horsepower on the dyno, right? Which I'm pretty sure I wasn't, because it was a hot, humid night. So he also wasn't making his full power, supposedly, okay? Listen, how the hell is this guy passing me at 194 miles an hour? All right, I'm going to tell you why, all right? First, he doesn't have 800 horsepower. He's making 1,000 or more. He's got Alpha 10 turbos, not Alpha 9s, okay? Second, if you look closely at the first two races, he is not going into 6th gear. Okay? Count them. Let's count them. I'm gonna say we both are hitting it in 2nd gear. 40-mile roll, 2nd gear. Count the shifts. He goes 5th all the way. He runs 5th all the way through, but when he's going to get to 6th gear, he lets off. Not on the 3rd hit. He knew he was falling behind. He went into 6th gear and he fucking blew by me. All right? It's only right. Okay? It's a lighter car and he's making more power. It's only right that he passes me. Okay? Now, what some people don't know that night, and I mean, it's been 5 years. A lot of people know, other people don't know, if you don't know the backstory. He blew the engine that night. He had to shift into 6th gear to pass me, so he blew his stock engine. All right? A lot of people know this already. It doesn't matter. So the only reason I'm making this video is just to clear the facts. To state the facts. And listen, I mean, first of all, I'm bored because I quarantine in the house. I really haven't had much to do, and I'm looking at social media and I see a lot of people talking and saying things that they don't know about. And then my boys from AIM, I love you guys, okay, but you're giving people the wrong information. That car was not making 800, it was making a lot more than 800, okay? So let's state the facts. Let's do this right. And what the hell does it matter? What the hell does it matter if the car was making 1,500? You know what I'm saying? Well, why do you have to give people the wrong information? What do you have to prove? I mean, okay, let's say the car was making 800. Okay, then maybe you weighed 3,000 pounds. Okay, that makes more sense. The car was light as fuck. So, of course, it's going to blow by a 4,000-pound boat. So, all right. So that's the only reason I'm making this video. I just want to give people the facts, okay, about this race. I'll tell you something, and I'm being honest. This is one of my best one of the best races I've had. I mean, roll races. I had a few good roll races in Poconos, but on the street, man, this is one of my best. And I like a close race. I don't like a blowout. That ain't no fun. I've had blowouts and I have close races. The race with Greg ZR1 that night, that was a good freaking race, man. We were right there. We went to 200. I let off at 200 miles an hour that night. I'm pretty sure. I'll put the link for that race down below as well if you guys want to see it. That was a good freaking race. But anyways, guys, I'm making 900. Okay, I had USM turbos. I was not making 1,000. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you right now when I installed my GT 1000 turbos. Now then I was making 1100 plus, okay, but we never raced it back, okay, because I'm pretty sure that red car went into the shop, and I don't know, it took a while to get back because he was doing some crazy build. Anyways, I was using USM turbos, Alpha 9 comparable. I was making 900. He jumped twice. First 2 rounds, he jumped ahead. And you can clearly see that he's not moving. He's right there. He's not getting away. He's right there. I'm keeping him right there. So we're either making the same power or he's making more power. And I mean, listen, logic, even though Mark is a crazy good shifter, all right, listen, you can't beat a DCT. Come on. And I know my shifts were on point. Okay, my shifts were on freaking point. All right, so shit don't make any sense. All right, if you're making 800 horsepower, I'm passing you and you're not catching me. So you can clearly see that he's not going into 6th gear because he's protecting the engine. Okay, but he had to go into 6th gear on the 3rd round or else he wasn't going to pass me. Okay, so one funny thing is that, and this is crazy, you know, Mark sends me the B-Box vlog from that night, and I forgot. I gotta look it up. I'm gonna post it right now. I let off a 194, and when he lets off, when he's coming, and when he lets off, freaking, he lets off at over 200 miles an hour, 202, 204. He sent me a look. I'm gonna post the picture he sent me on the Facebook message. It was a freaking good race, man. We had a freaking blast that night. So I'm just stating the facts, so you know people are not misled or misinformed. Okay, this car was not, that red Porsche, that red 997 was not making 800 horsepower. It was making over 1,000. I guarantee it. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I just thought I'd make a little video since I'm a little bit bored here at home. It's a nice weekend to be at home sitting, talk a little shit. I love my boys from AIM. They freaking build freaking good cars. Again, if you got a Porsche, that's where you send it. All right, so check out my new Teespring store and get some TRL gear. All right, get your TRL gear, guys. Summertime is coming. Hopefully this pandemic stuff goes away and we can get back to enjoying our summer and track rentals and events and races. All right. You do me a big solid if you subscribe to the channel. You know, you'll help me, help the channel a lot, help the channel grow. Like the video if you liked it, and if you don't like it, click the like button twice. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.